day, good people, on their fine day in the year of the Resolve, the final Sunday in the year of the Resolve. Tooling Dave, Bravo Dave, Anomaly, the Anomalous, if you know me as the man, who has brought a lot of AWE to your viewing pleasure this year, and it has been a good year. We've had, I think, I would like to say, the best year of in-ring wrestling that we've ever had in the AWE. There are so many matches to look back to this year that you can just be like, oh yeah, hold on, that slapped, hold on, this slapped. We had that kind of year, and it was incredible. A lot of that due to the success of the Racket of Solm, and I'm going somewhere with all of this because it is time, yet again, for the year-end awards here in the AWE. They are now open. The link is in the description if I am available. It is pinned in the live chat, first of all. Also, how are you doing, live chat? And in the comments, so go and vote for that right here, right now. All sorts of like breakout star, male star of the year, female superstar of the year, all sorts of things, the most hated heel, all sorts of shenanigans. You'll love to see it, including a couple OC categories this time because we have had a year of OCs. This was the first years that OCs really competed on a semi-regular basis, and speaking of those OCs, 4 times last year in a fantastic year that saw OCs even compete at AV Mania. We're probably going to do the exact same thing again this year, and we're kicking it off with OC Revolution January, back again. And those submissions are open. They close in the middle-ish of next month, so get them ready. Get them prepared. Enter them right now, as it probably won't be our last OC Revolution in 2K23, but it'll likely be our next to last OC Revolution in 2K23. So get excited for that, because this year 2K24, unless they fix save files, 2K25 OCs, one of those 2 games, they'll be moving on up. So I'm excited for it. I hope you guys are too. Regardless, that's that. Next Rebellion. There's just there's like a slow list of things. Let's start with Next Inferno first of all. It is the 2-year anniversary of Friday Night Inferno. And a part of that year-end poll, there is also a poll to run back one of the matches from the last year of competition. So make sure to make that vote too. It's a part of the other poll, so you literally cannot miss it. And lastly, next week, next week's Rebellion will be the first Rebellion of the year, but most importantly, it'll be day, I believe, 366. The official, we've made it past a year mark for Racket of Solm. The day before will be their anniversary. That next day will be day 1 of past a year officially. You love to see it. So that'll be a Racket of Solm celebration episode of Rebellion, but that's next time. We got all of that of the future, the near future things out of the way. We're talking about the now right now. We're celebrating the past, the last year, and who ended up at the tail end of this year on top. This will be a hopefully tradition in the AWE. The last Rebellion of the year will feature all of our champions duking it out in Fatal 4-Way or tag team matches. I'm talking All-Star Champion, I'm talking Fight Forever Champion, I'm talking AWE Champion, and I'm talking OC Champion, going toe-to-toe, Fatal 4-Way elimination to see which champion is the best at the end of this year. And I'm excited for it because we have like, one of them is just like, wow, this is our assortment, and it's like a lot of assorted pieces, and we'll talk about it in a second because we're about to have one of our Fatal 4-Ways right here, right now. I should probably start the show. But we'll talk about, let me save some of that for later. We've done enough talking at the start of this, and we got more talking to do as these competitors get ready to come out. We will see who is the best of our champions, who is the best of our tag team champions, and in the middle of our show, Sayakiller has asked for a match. After the blatant disrespect to LA Knight and to Paimon, he is sick and tired of Mew Iruma. He has challenged Mew to a mixed tag team fight. He'll choose someone who he would like to, and she will be able to choose someone that she will like to. That'll happen in the middle of our show, but for right now, let's see which ladies champion is the top as the stars go. Black. And starting off, coming out first is our new AWE All-Star Champion. Let's talk Chie. Let's talk Chie right here, right now. Let me, I don't think I have this ready to actually put up on the screen. But let's talk about where Chie came this year. Where she's come from, because at the start of this year, you guys voted her not only as Women's Tag Team of the Year with Yukiko, but also Breakout Superstar after she solely withstood the Racket of Solm before, you know, their forever reign that was this past year. In fact, Racket of Solm won the Tag Team Championships for their second reign off of this woman and Yukiko. So we have to keep all of that in mind. She, this year, was Tag Team Champion. She this year was Tables Champion. She this year was All-Star Champion, and that's how she's ending it. She walked into 2024 as a champion. Now she's walking out as a different champion. Congratulations. And coming out next, it's the AWE OC Champion, just earning that championship recently in November. It is Kaira Asatha, our brand new OC champion, winning it off of the Queen of Boot Camp, Aaron Toijima. We thought that Aaron had the match at OC Revolution November, at least I did when I was watching. But in the end, Kaira shocked the world, was able to come out on top with the victory. Will Kaira be able to do it again today? We'll see, but that is our new OC champion. In fact, I think everybody here is a new champion. Every single, if you talked about the landscape of this before OC Revolution November, every champion was different. Every single one. Sakura was All-Star Champion, Aaron was OC Champion, and March held this championship. But after a topsy-turvy year, Queen is on top. Look at this. And I think we need to take a second to talk about Queen, because this is the first time we've actually been able to like sit back and talk about her now that she has become a champion. She has had a very good year. And a part of that very good year has been her being bad. But the start of the year, she plowed through the Royal Crown tournament, becoming your first ever Royal Crown recipient. She was essentially the queen of the AWE. However, she was not able to topple Hina, who was on quite the ride herself at the start of this year. Remember, almost 6-7-ish month reign for Hina. Queen tried to topple that at the Valentine's Violence last year, but could not. Ever since then, she has been doing some nefarious things. Did pick up a win at AV Mania 3, wanted to essentially start destroying people. Luckily, something happened. She was downgraded, and now she is champion at a different beat. Trying to do things the right way, but last but not least, we talked about every championship had changed hands. This title, just a couple weeks ago, just maybe a week and like 2 days ago, was held by Mabel Pines, rather. Now, it is Klee with her very first AWE championship. I want to specifically say AWE championship because she has held the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship after winning it off of Charlotte Flair. They had a rivalry at some point doing something else, but you know what? It made it to Ticket to Paradise, and Klee came out on top. Didn't hold it for long. This time she's looking for a much lengthier title reign. Will she be able to do it? Let's see. I would say that the Fight Forever champions are likely the underdogs in this fight. But Klee, she's fired up tonight. She is fired up more than anything. Her old tag team partner in Chie made a return recently at the Rumble. And at that same event, Klee becomes champion. Is it destiny for those two to make the run of a lifetime in 2025? I guess we'll find out. But it all starts right here. Klee, best of luck to you. And that's our 4. Those are the 4 that are on top of the division right now. Fatal 4-way elimination rules. I'll say between these 4, there's not a lot of correlation, unlike our main event. These 4 are just 4 gritty superstars looking to prove themselves. Jessica calling this one. Let's see how it all plays out. Let me also get this out of the way of the screen. As we start, oof! Chie planted by Queen, knee to the face of Kaira, and Queen now the only person standing after taking out Klee. Early in this fight, it's looking like it's gonna be Queen to be on top of the women's division in the AWE. Kaira with a bulldog to Klee, Chie with a double stomp, and now our OC champion taking to the All-Star champion with a flurry of kicks. Big chops by Queen. Big woo chop at the end there by Queen. Reminds me of a different Queen as Queen goes outside of the ring. So Kaira, I'd like to reiterate, just became OC champion recently, but I want to point out that those who became OC champions, they had a lot of work to do, especially Splendid, who had to fight 3 times in one night. Kaira, I believe, just had to fight twice. As a oof. Queen's face collides with the outside of the ring. This is not false count anywhere. You got to get your opponent back in the ring, but anything's legal. Fatal 4-way elimination. Let's see how it plays out. Klee has been looking to prove herself for a long time, especially if she wins this match. She'll have proved herself upwards around the card. Klee, one of the, I would say, one of the most consistently featured to have never won a championship before this point, at the very least an AWE championship. Before I could say that would be Sakura, because Sakura's been for a long time shy of becoming a champion in the AWE. Has had opportunity after opportunity, tag teams opportunity, AWE opportunity, finally an all-star opportunity, one-on-one against AJ Lee. Had to work her way there, but we see how that ended up. Immediately after becoming champion, she got caught in a web. That web involving Chie, our brand new all-star champion, she was able to overcome. Said she was breakout last year. This time, she wants the people to know that she's still the one on top, that she's still got that dog in her. Klee lifting up Kaira. Kaira face first into the turnbuckle. Chie handling Queen on the outside. Klee actually doing a very good job of handling the OC champion. But now Klee going after, honestly, just everybody that moves. Queen slowly stalking everyone on the inside, saying, I'm going to need a weapon, and that looks like a light tube. And I don't know if you guys are getting, like, PTSD. I'm pretty sure Queen did that very same thing before doing that to Paimon. I think honestly she hit, and I like to imagine these are 2 very different Queens. 2 different Queens, because she has no memory. That was not her. Oh my gosh. Kaira had an apple from somewhere. Maybe looking to get a nice nutritious treat, but not the case. And oh, wicked kicks on the inside by Chie. As I was saying about Queen, I like to imagine they're 2 completely different entities, but just seeing Queen do that same twirl with the light tube, just like Chie is doing that twirl, reminds me of I believe See No Evil punishment that happened to Paimon. A lot of light tubes to the face, to the eyes. I don't know if Paimon could see anymore after that. And then very clearly, quote unquote drowned. I like to imagine not actually drowned. Never found a body. A lot of us like to keep hope alive, but oh my gosh, fireball! Klee using that vision, knowing it's legal in this matchup. Kaira getting rocked. Punch right to the skull. Klee. And it's interesting, all of these ladies had to win not win their titles, but yeah, win their titles in different matches. I believe Kaira had a one-on-one opportunity there, and Klee had to win a triple threat submission match, Queen just a regular triple threat match, and Chie had to survive a gauntlet eliminator rather. Chie being fed Klee, tried to go for a senton. It looks like she missed a senton, but able to get Klee at the very end with an elbow drop. Not sure who got the worst of that, but maybe it was Klee. Kick out of 2 though. Got to keep in mind, Klee actually earned a shot at the All-Star Championship at AV Mania 3. Klee was in that Fatal 4-Way, I believe. Not able to get the job done. Chie was also a punt. Galactic punt connects. And that might be the end of Klee in this fight. 1, 2. Resiliency burn. First one to do so. I was going to say, Chie also competing at AV Mania. In fact, three of the four of these competitors outside of Kaira competing at AV Mania 3. And when I think about it, Queen is the only one who came out on top. I believe so, because in War Games, the Declaration of War Games, it was Lumine, Alexandria Knight, yeah, Navia, and I believe Nimona who came out on top. And I want to also take a step even further back. Suzy, who inevitably attacked Chie, teamed with Chie in that War Games match. I think it was more so Suzy just trying to get her name out there a little bit more, and it did wonders for her career, able to get a championship opportunity, almost won the All-Star Championship at the Fight Before Christmas last weekend. I know Suzy's name is on that Breakout Star of the Year. There could be an argument made for her, didn't pick up any championships, but you know, her name has become a household name because of that, as Klee gets a face full of light tube. Oh man. Chie taking it to Queen. Big kicks. Chie has also got that finisher. The last, okay, nope, not anymore. I was gonna say Chie doesn't have that finisher anymore because Queen just got her head galactic punted off, and that is a kick out Queen. I'm not sure if she must have used resiliency. Certainly resiliency was burned there. If it wasn't, I was gonna say Queen just ain't human, which would have been a fact, which would have been just true. That would have been, yeah, AV, no surprise. Doy. That being said, our match does continue. And Kaira, oh my gosh, tried to get that finisher, but Klee not happy about that light tube. Bashes a guitar in the head of the OC champion. Queen was, I think, maybe thinking about some sort of robotic fireball to the face. Kick. And a double stomp. Chie is on fire right now, no pun intended, as she fights the pyro vision user. Flipping Kaira. Going for the pin on Kaira too. I'm not sure who's running the cameras today, but they are sure doing a job. Everyone's burned resiliency in this fight except for Chie. That has to be noted. Oh, Klee, I think, was thinking about jumping at Queen, but instead got caught by Chie, but pushes Chie out of the way. Chie able to survive. Oh, but Klee not surviving that pop-up punch. That's the end of our Fight Forever champion. We call her the underdog for a reason, because she's eaten the too many finishers, and she is out of this one. Oh, and that DDT connects on Chie. The pin. Could Kaira somehow sweep this fight? No, Chie kicks out without resiliency. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Chie didn't even pop resiliency. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, and Queen kicks out. Queen not done yet either. Said it's gonna take more than just a suplex to get me out. You're gonna have to maim me at this point. Klee is finally back up to her feet. Chie realizing, I gotta go flying! And went flying face first into a ladder. Queen dropping the back of Kaira's neck onto that ladder as well. Kaira's still able to function, still able to move after that devastating crash landing. As again, back suplex by Queen. Now searching for Kaira, looking to do the most damage in this fight. Kaira picking up an apple. Oh my gosh. Has Queen on the ropes. Queen able to reverse. Apple dropped again, lifted up to the skies. Kaira gets out of it. Starts to fire back. Big slam. But got caught with a kick by our all-star champion. Double stomp. And a kick to the chest. But a sneaky roll-up could see Chie down for 1, for 2. No resiliency again. Chie is firing on all cylinders tonight. After a grueling match for the All-Star Championship in the main event of the fight before Christmas. These two realizing that they're going to have to work together to do some more damage to her. For a moment, I thought it was going to be the end of Kaira. What is Queen thinking is the real question. It looks like she's focused on Chie, not Kaira, realizing that. Oh, but Chie realizing as well. Oh, wait a minute. Locked in deep, a dragon sleeper. Punches right to the head, the skull, turns Queen around, maybe going for that DDT. Queen might be out of this one. We might be looking at the oh my god. I was gonna say we might be looking at the OC champion versus the All-Star champion in the final two, but Queen, the new AWE champion, digging deep and kicking out. Chie caught that shoulder tackle into a stunning, oh no, I was gonna say caught it into a stunning DDT, but the All-Star champion on wobbly legs, Queen goes chassis first into the ladder, but kips right up afterwards, and Chie realizing that's not human. I realize that I have to keep pushing. It's man versus machine tonight. Who will come out on top? Chie almost stunned on that ladder. Kaira getting outside of the ring. We still have 3 competitors left in this elimination fight, and we got 1 more of these later on tonight. Chie still has the advantage, but after getting thrown into the ladder by that robotic Queen, you might think to yourself, the advantage that Chie once had might be slowly slipping away. Turned around. Elbow to the back. Kaira realizing, I don't think they're going to just walk back in here. I might have to drag somebody back in here. Chie, body first into the steel steps, and Kaira able to wait for the right time to hook Queen from behind, taking out the leg joints. Chie running back into the ring saying, all right, this is fine. It can just be me versus Miss OC Champion, as Kaira quickly goes after Chie. Chie in the corner. Kaira picking up that apple again. Trying to get a quick jab to the All-Star champion. Does get jabs to the AWE champion. Wants to get another one. Queen weaved out of the way. Oh my gosh. Directly into the pin, which is interesting. 1, 2. Oh, no, hold on. Just 1? Oh, hold on. Kaira might have a whole lot of fight left too, but maybe not after that blind shot. Or maybe so. I don't know if she actually got all of that shot. She got a little bit of rock Kaira for a second, but maybe it only made her a little bit more upset. Double knees. Once again to the chassis, as Kaira quickly dips out saying, all right. Looks perfect for me. Oh, she is not where she wants to. Oh! I was going to say, that's not where you want to be with Chie. Oh, Chie even ducked that. I was going to say, this is become a brawl. A slobber knocker. Oh my gosh. The side of her head also against that ladder. Oh my gosh. Sadistic move by Chie. Oh. Nearly could have crushed the side of her skull. Oh, but Kaira not out of this yet. Able to duck that galactic punt. And again a shot with that barbed wire. She ducked the fireball. Chie is doing everything she can to come out on top of this one. Essentially almost finding a 2-on-1 situation. They both realize that Chie is the massive threat at this point. Queen getting bonked over and over again and over again with that barbed wire baseball bat. And again, Kaira, however, realizing this is our opportunity, DDT connects. And the back of Chie's neck on that barbed wire for 1-2, resiliency burned. As we said earlier, right now it's anybody's fight. Chie gets out of the way. They both go for a kick. Chie went for the galactic pun, and this time it connects. We're at 1. That might be the end of our OC champion. It is All-Star versus AWE. Who is at the top of the division? Rolled through, and a kick right to the chest. Chie looks to prove to everyone why she should be the female superstar of the year, but Queen, with that back elbow, wants to quickly take Chie out. Crawled up, is it going to be Queen at the top of the division? Flying forearm, Chie rocked. And she's calling for Chie to get up. Could this be the beginning of the end? Oh my gosh! Didn't even wind up for the pop-up punch. Chie still kicks out. I don't know what it's gonna take at this point, but she said, I gotta wind up this time as the shot connects. Chie falls flat, motionless. 2 shots from Queen give Queen the victory. A hard-fought onslaught. But after a year of not being herself, when she finally is herself again, she finds herself on top. Faulty code, bad updates plagued her from January all the way until the end of August. Repairs, reboots, and updates brought her back to her original state. And now, she's on top of the AWE as your AWE champion. And she just been the All-Star champion. Congratulations to her. Once again, Queen on top. Watch how Chami back on real quick. Honestly, very good for her. Queen has come a long way this year. I'd like to imagine that the biggest part of this year, most of this year, I still like to think, was not Queen. Was not Queen in the slightest. However, what we just saw was the Queen that everyone knew and used to love. However, those scars might be running deep at this point. Might be running a little bit too deep at this point. That's for you to decide. But for right now, we know that she was on top. This night, however, continues because it is tag team action. The G.O.D are your tag team champions and have held on to them for a hot minute. In fact, at OC Revolution, they were the only OC tag team, or rather OC championship to not change hands. Golden lost to Splendid. Aaron lost to Kaira, who we just saw. OC female tag team, Abigail and Noelle both lost to the Grandest stage, who will be competing a little bit later tonight. But G.O.D, they were still on top. However, they're gonna have to take on the tag team that is now on top, a fan favorite in WAAAAAAAA. And they'll do it as the stars go. Black. Oh no. Why is that thing here? What?
On the way to the ring at a combined weight of 493 pounds, the prestigious Dragon Champions have.
I know that there were rumblings that these two were Bullet Club. I can't say I like them at all anymore. However, let's pay attention very closely to who's trailing them. Mikon and that thing that shouldn't even be here. Like, I promise you, I am not. There is, unless I come to like some sort of agreement, there's no shot I'm booking that thing in the AWE. It shouldn't even be out here. Mikon, it's surprising she's even gonna show her face today after getting embarrassed at the fight before Christmas. Look, we'll forget about them. In fact, look who's refereeing. We're gonna be all right. It's Team WA. Team WA into the tag team division this December, and look at where they are now at the top. Let's talk about it. They came through tied in an incredible match as well with Pops and Skips. Lost to Yowie Wowie and just held on to hope of getting to the fight before Christmas by beating Sonic and Knuckles. However, when it came to it, they had to win the Fatal 4-Way match that gave them the final points they needed. And at the very end, at the fight before Christmas, they made, the whole time essentially, they were edging even being in this competition, being even in the tag team championship match. And now look at them on top of the world. It is G.O.D. and it is, Wario and Waluigi are both hurt. And they are going up against a completely fresh G.O.D. Okay, all right, that's not great. That's probably the worst thing that could have happened. But I digress, because I will be real, these two are, at the very least, a little bit terrifying. Wario, as we said starting this thing off, Wario has been, just somehow, some way, staying uninjured, which has been a miracle. But that miracle might... Wait, hold on a minute. Hold on a second. He sat on him! Wario, cheek offense. We know that's his MO. That's what he loves to see. Mikon on the ropes. Already starting to try and get involved in these shenanigans, which is honestly infuriating. You can hear the audience showing their displeasure and then popping when Wario comes through. And oh my gosh! Big spine buster. Hold on a minute. Kick right to Golf, the big man in this. Goes for the quick pin, not even a 1 count. Wario realizing, okay, they are serious competitors. As Wario goes flying back first, and we talked about, just briefly, the injuries that these two sustained. They have been competing on a weekly basis. Unable to really get any, oh no. Flying headbutt to the chest. Helmet first. I was gonna say they've barely gotten any rest. And now these two are going heavy hands right to the chest of Wario. And a kick, a big boot, and a big body splash. And now Delta in the competition. Wario tried to get the upper hand, did not work out in his favor. Begging for a tag, Waluigi was looking for it. Had his hands out, but Delta not making it happen. They're gonna try and make sure Wario is just unable to tag in its entirety. And that might be the case at this juncture. Oh no! Hold on a minute. Yeah, Jessica, thank you. Get that thing out of there. Act like Jessica's blind. Mikon, Jessica, you got to. Oh wait. Whoa, yeah, Wario just tossed Mikon. Hey, even if they somehow lose this match, that's a W for me. And did you see the strength of Wario just now? Planting golf. Y'all, I I adore Wario for just chucking Mikon. First of all, deserved. Absolutely deserved. Mikon was like, I'm gonna get you, and Wario was like, nah. Now hold on, they may be trying to win this thing by countout. They have done that before, but Wario got out of the ring. Perhaps a tag team miscommunication, or perhaps they're just trying to take out the big man on the side. Wario back in. Waluigi up to his feet. We're at a count of 3. Count of 4. But back in the ring. And a wicked clothesline. Nearly taking off the head of Wario. And Mikon, you gotta... Mikon actually might have screwed up her team. May have actually screwed up her team because look at this. Wario's big man up and big man goes down. Goes for the quick pinfall, ladies and gentlemen. That's not even one, but I want to point out, Golf was ready to throw Wario into the turnbuckle, but that power slam right onto the back. And because Mikon had just removed it, Wario was able to stop himself and get the reversal, but again into the corner. And these frequent tags to Wario. You have to be at this point worried, concerned about the physical health of the tag team champion. OC tag team champions have been doing, oh my gosh, numbers to poor Wario. He has not been able to get Waluigi in. That's the, and again, right to the midsection, this time on the outside of the ring, and an elbow drop to the heart. There is a world where they take out Wario, the tag team champion, hurt him, and he won't be able to compete. We're already at a count of 6. 7. Wario in. But so is the tag. Waluigi looking to save things. Fired up, but Delta also ready to take Waluigi down. We got to keep in mind, Waluigi's not even 100% fresh coming into this. Drop kick to the knee. He has, at the very least, the height advantage. Tossed into the corner. Goes after the big man stunner on the ropes. Waluigi said if he needs to be a one-man army, he can. Duck the clothesline. But fires back. Lifts him up. And oh no, spikes him. Head first into the mat. Mikon cheering into his ear, but Wario has enough left in him to get back quick. Waluigi goes down, able to go over, and kicks to the leg. And we know that Waluigi lock targets that knee, targets that leg. If he's able to somehow get that in quickly on Delta, it could be a game changer, but right now Team Wa is in dire straits. Into the corner. Tag again, and that's the thing that's hurting Team Wa right now. These two have been making frequent tags and have been devastating with these tag team maneuvers. Golf rages up. Waluigi kips up. Able to reverse. We're reversing to a snap suplex. This is a, honestly, between these two, the height in this matchup. Oh my gosh, the roll by Waluigi, and again going after the legs. Trying to chop down the big man, drop kick to the back of the neck. And again, targeting the head and neck area. We thought would be continuing to target the legs, not the case. And again to the leg. This time we're actually seeing, Waluigi might have a brilliant strategy here. If he can, Delta can't come in to help again. If Waluigi can get that signature burn resiliency on Delta, it actually could be the end of this matchup. Is he about to be the one-man army is the real question. Into the corner. Reversal, however, by Golf. Oh my gosh, the blind shot! And this is what we were talking about just a moment ago. Delta can't come and help. Okay, all right. Oh my gosh. Look, every so often you're just like, how did they do it? Not every so often, every single time you ask, how did they do it? Because that's what I've been asking. I don't know. Never do I know how they're able to do it. But every single time, somehow, some way, they can get the job done. It looked like at the very end of that, it should have. It very much should have been Golf and Delta. It looked like Waluigi had a plan. Maybe Delta didn't think too much. Said, oh yeah, I'll be able to kick out of this. He couldn't get the shoulder up. The shock of the century. With all the help in the world ringside, Team WAAAAAAAA still comes out on top and are on top of the tag team division, and that is the truth. The undisputed truth going into 2024. The seemingly undefeatable team of the G.O.D. defeated. Y'all, to say that I am shocked, watch out, Tommy, back over, is an understatement. If there were a category for understatement of the year, me being shocked right there is it. I thought going into that, it was definitely gonna be Golf and Delta, the G.O.D., especially with all the help they had. I don't know how they did it. Regardless, let's go back and let's talk about this. Mew and the torment between Mew and LA Knight, the disrespect to Paimon, everything that has gone on. Anthony Sub requested this a ways back. Said, I need to keep my partner a secret. Mew can keep her partner a secret. It's a mixed tag team match. He wants Mew to pay in some way, shape, or form, but I think Mew honestly made herself pay. And we'll talk about that a little bit later during this match. Maybe perhaps even during her entrance, because it's mixed tag team action. And it starts as the stars go. Black. What a night of action so far. And out first, it is Sayakiller. Sayakiller means business tonight. Anthony Sub means business. One of Paimon's biggest supporters loved the Traveling Chief. Loved when Paimon became champion, and along with many of us, grieved when Paimon was lost. And the anger that he feels, or rather, I'm sorry, I was gonna say felt, but does continue to feel as Mew just becomes the worst version of herself. Continuing to taunt LA Knight, taking out LA Knight. LA Knight was supposed to be in the Rumble. Mew clearly had a hand in that, into the Rumble herself, which ended up being Bad News Bears. Who has Anthony Sub selected? Naomi Kimishima. Okay. All right then. Let me see if we can get any information about this person, because you know I don't have a whole bunch. I wanted to not have anything in my search history in case Mew has like bugged anything out. Naomi Kimishima. In the instance that, you know, potentially Mew wanted to take out Sayakiller's partner. We'll see. Let me see. From is a doctor known as the Devil Doctor and the Corpse Whisperer. Is a surgeon, medical examiner from Trauma Team. She got any kids? Because, you know, like, it's a question. Let me see. Because, I mean, she's cute.
And from your darkest fears, weighing in at 228 pounds,
You chose Onyx? What? Why? Now look, I do know for certain that Mew and Onyx were seen talking backstage, not right before the Rumbles, but around the time of the fight before Christmas. This, however, shouldn't be too much of a shock to everybody, but this is not good news, especially not for Sayakiller. Gonna have to go toe-to-toe with Onyx? Oh, I need to find out if I'm gonna let Onyx, I'm gonna let you finish, and we'll talk about some more about you, but I need to figure out if this Naomi has any children. Let me see in here. Naomi persuades somebody to ask permission. Okay, there's a lot of. I think there's a world where she might have adopted somebody. Sayakiller could probably tell us, but like, if she adopted somebody, she is my mama. I'm just gonna put that out there. Put it out there. Oh yeah, family. There's an adopted. Okay, look, Naomi's a MILF. No. Guys, I apologize. My journalistic integrity was compromised while I was looking at MILFs, and I didn't see what was going on the screen. This is one of the instances where people say Mew has gone too far. Some people call this the peak of Mew going too far and being a hater. Her coming out in this again, first of all, I got her fined the first time. It's about to get her a hefty fine again. Might even get her suspension at this point. To toy and taunt with Sayakiller even further, saying, oh, you liked Paimon? Well, here we go. Sayakiller more than likely furious, seeing Mew come out in that attire again. What do we got going on here? Kind of wrenching the ropes, saying, Naomi, get in there and get her. But Mew just a step too fast. Naomi, I believe, has competed one time. And one time alone in the AWE. I believe it might have been an open challenge. I'm not 100% sure, but a shot to the midsection. And a spine buster by Naomi. Naomi very willing to help Sayakiller in this bout. The two may even go way back, Big Chop. She's a doctor and a MILF? I'm gonna have to talk to Chie and vintage Mew at this point, using the ropes to her advantage, wearing down Naomi. A shot to the back. Let's talk about Mew this year, because Mew's got a couple nominations as well, being as hated as she is. Just a one count. Naomi's got a lot of fight. It's going to be it's not going to be an easy fight for Mew, but I'll tell you what, she's not doing it alone. Has Onyx by her side. More importantly, Onyx with a drop kick to the back. I was going to say, let's talk about Mew and what she's been doing over the past couple of months. Had a tables championship match all the way back at the fight before Christmas. Lost it to Yuri. Pardon me, in that triple threat. Yuri became AWE tables championship. Had a brief stint, I believe, lost it to Vaughn during the summer. The pair of them pinned the Racket of Solm on the build-up to their championship match, and that was never resolved. They said maybe we'll come back together and take out the Racket of Solm, take their championships, and they very well could have. They had an opportunity and a decent one at the fight before Christmas, fighting the Racket of Solm second in the night. Racket of Solm defended the championships twice at the fight before Christmas, as we reach a 6 count. Mew, however, too focused on just her. Oh, Sayakiller hit the turnbuckle with his elbow. I think it was enough to knock Onyx off balance going into that dive. Sayakiller weaving out of the way of Onyx. Sayakiller clearly fired up, staring Mew in the eye for a second, saying, you know you've gone too far. A despise in the eyes of Sayakiller. However, eyes all over the body of Onyx. Mew, as we were talking about earlier, embroiled in a months-long, essentially kind of a year-long build feud between herself and L.A. Knight, culminated, and I don't even want to say culminated because it seems like Mew's still not done with her, culminated in an ambulance match at Brawloween. Tags made, Mew back in. Naomi has to contend with the gorgeous girl Genius. And honestly, the hater of the year. Doesn't go for the pinfall, just keeps going for the hits. Here's the thing. Sayakiller might not realize this, but he can't stop Mew doing terrible things to Naomi in this match. Mew could, like, just continue to hit her finisher over and over again on Naomi, and while the referee could stop the match, this match could just result in an injury to Naomi. Sayakiller raged up, and that's not surprising considering his anger in this fight, as Onyx doesn't drop Sayakiller on the ropes, tosses Sayakiller over the ropes. Oh my gosh. I was gonna say Sayakiller no slouch either was in the fight before Christmas Rumble last year, teamed up with Cassius. They had a little mini feud themselves. I would say it was more so Sayakiller upset about Cassius. Bright Cassius was just getting the job done as Sayakiller goes flying. The leg almost caught Onyx, but Onyx seemingly unfazed as Sayakiller comes crashing down on the ground, and a suplex, German suplex into the barricade. Onyx toying with Sayakiller. But Sayakiller not giving up, and look at this. Oh my, wait, hold on a minute. I think that might have been, that was a move theft. That's Sayakiller's bear hug. We've seen him do that before. Naomi trying to get in there, knew that Sayakiller was starting to feel the effects of this, but luckily Sayakiller not burning resiliency, but Onyx maybe looking to end this thing quick. Taking the leg, dragon screw, and going after the ankle right now. I was gonna say these two have been fighting more than the other two because Naomi and Mew are pretty much fresh. Pretty fresh as a running neck breaker right to the head of the Paimon imposter at this point. Mew saying, hold on, timeout, timeout. Begging Naomi to chill out, but it may have just been a facade to prepare for the, oh, not for the butterfly bomb. Big elbow right to the heart. I thought for a moment Mew may have been thinking about a butterfly bomb, a butterfly neck breaker. She's got all sorts of butterfly moves in her butterfly arsenal. Her finisher, the butterfly effect. As a tag's been made, Sayakiller forced to get back into the ring. And a big boot to Onyx, not letting Sayakiller get up. But a reversal! Onyx tried to go for that finisher. Sayakiller with the reversal. If that would have hit, it could have been curtains for Sayakiller. Onyx now busted open. Another tag made. Naomi also raging up, but Mew saying, you're green, you're new to this, I'm true to this, Oh, but that might not be anything that she needs. What was that? Suplex into like a backstabber. 1, 2. Kick out by Mew. She did not have resiliency. That's the big picture here. I'm not sure what that was. As she's honestly taking it to Mew now. Not for nothing. Sayakiller goes for a clothesline. Full Nelson suplex. But Sayakiller sweeps the leg. Off the ropes into a punch right to the jaw of Onyx. Sayakiller has built up this repertoire, but look at this, picking the leg of Sayakiller and now going after the shins. I think may have just tried to crack the shin of Sayakiller, kind of like a nutcracker. That's the kind of motion that we just saw on the shin of Sayakiller, looking like he can still stand, but limping around ever so slightly as the pinfall made to Mew, and it's just a 1. I want you guys to realize we saw that move, that finisher by Naomi, but it ain't over. Mew's still out here kicking out at 1. And it's the irony that Mew comes out in this attire that she used in the match against L.A. Knight, the ambulance match, the double stomp, right to Naomi. Connects as a knee to the face of Naomi. Mew trying to tear apart this MILF Doctor's attack has been made. Sayakiller goes for a super kick. Onyx rolls out of the way, but lands hard. Honestly, I'll be real, the super kick might have hurt less than that landing, as that bear hug submission is finally locked in place. Onyx, oh, I was gonna say Onyx might have to burn resiliency, but Mew was there quick. And now Onyx firing back, but Sayakiller fired up as well, goes for a pinfall on Onyx. With how long Onyx was in that bear hug, it might be enough to get resiliency burned. No, it's not. It is not. Oh, but look at this up and down face first into the mat. And this time Mew can't come to help as the bear hug is locked in again. Onyx burns resiliency. Sayakiller 1 step closer to getting a big victory over on Mew, but just got caught with that wheel kick. And now the tag has been made. Onyx, Mew, Naomi, oh my gosh. And Sayakiller, Mew missing that. It looked like Mew was setting up for something, but unable to grab Naomi. Naomi was just a smidge too far away. But this time, Naomi was right there, able to reverse, and look at this again. Under the knife goes Mew. 1, 2. Naomi burns resiliency on Mew. Their whole team is now out of resiliency, and I want to really point out that at this juncture, Naomi is taking it. Taking it to Mew. Sayakiller still stunned and hurting on the outside. Girl, where were you going? Were you trying to attack Jessica, our referee? Mew realizing that blunder goes right after Naomi afterwards, goes for a pinfall saying, all right, let's see if you can kick out. Can, and didn't even burn resiliency. Naomi, honestly, in terms of vitality, at the very least, relatively fresh. Onyx going for the tag and gets it. Sayakiller, oh, taken out by that rolling kick again by Onyx. Now here's the thing, Sayakiller, on the other hand, has been assaulted very heavily. I was gonna say there is a world where Sayakiller just gets pinned. That world exists because Sayakiller does not have resiliency right now. Naomi could have helped, but I just want to point that out. That might be their path to victory, or maybe that's their path to victory. Oh my gosh, DDT into the apron. We talk about heavy-hitting moves, tried to throw Naomi into the audience. I think Naomi got her shoulders up, but Mew on the attack, on the offensive, trying to keep Naomi down, and now we're at 4. And Mew goes diving, but Naomi able to sidestep. A step faster than Mew Aruma. I was gonna say Mew has had so much experience in the AWE. Naomi not so much, but proving, hey, maybe give me a shot. Maybe I deserve to be here. Naomi trying to drag Mew back to the ring. We're at a count of 6. Gotta get back in. Naomi realizing that. At 7. Naomi was gonna get back out of the ring. Wants to have a decisive win here, but look at this. Got caught because of it. And Mew, I think, realizing Naomi trying to do things the right way makes it very easy for her to embarrass her. A kick right in between the cheeks. Also something that's becoming vintage Mew. Lifts Naomi up into the corner. And oh, I was gonna say going after the knee, but she is not. Going after the, oh! It's always sunny in Philadelphia, but boy, the sun didn't shine on that move. Sayakiller misses that super kick, gets hit with a belly to back suplex. Onyx rolls right round, baby, right round, and slaps Sayakiller to the back of the head. That's the cheekiness of Onyx. I was gonna say we do know that fairly well in the brief time that Onyx has been around, causing trouble. And now going after Sayakiller. We saw this just before. Dragon screw of the leg. Twisting at the ankle. Again, he has been really going after Sayakiller's ankle over and over again. And that's what I wanted to point out. Sayakiller is very beat up at this point. Sayakiller probably going to need medical attention. Tossed again into the corner. If Onyx tries to go after that leg again, doesn't. Thankfully for Sayakiller. I was going to say, look at how damaged those legs are. Oh my gosh, leg first, body into the mat, but legs into the turnbuckle. Onyx wants to go flying. But Sayakiller steps out of the way. I was gonna say Onyx trying to torture Sayakiller, and maybe that's exactly what Mew wants to see, the opposite of what Sayakiller wanted. As up onto the rope, Sayakiller might need to really make a tag at this point. But maybe not. Maybe Sayakiller's gonna be fine. Trying to take care of Onyx right now. Goes for the pinfall. Mew doesn't even come to help. 1, 2. Did Mew just not care? Maybe Mew just didn't care. Sayakiller gets the pin on Onyx. Mew could have come in to help, but just didn't. Maybe that was Mew signifying, hey, you got your win over me, but I was just fine at the end of the day. I didn't get pinned. You beat Onyx. Unsure. But Mew has been catching a lot of L's lately. We got to bring that in mind. Keep that in mind as we continue onward with a little Wa-Cha-Cha back to We are an hour into this show as we enter our 2 ladder matches. I need to actually start them. We saw the tag teams go toe-to-toe, but we got another set of tag team champions. One of them is about a week away from 366 days. The other have held the titles for about a month and a half. Brand new champions versus year-long champions, nearly. About to go toe-to-toe. Let's see it happen. Grandest stage. Racket of Solm. Starts when the stars go. Black. And here they are, your new OC Tag Team Champions, the Grandest stage. Magdalena Mason, the Princess, Pearl Saint, the Method Actress. These two, I'll be real, shocked the world. They shocked the world when they took out Anarchy, the former tag team champions. But I'll tell you what, when these two earned their shot, they proved that they could work together. They proved a lot. Fighting twice in one night to get those titles, but in that match, 2-on-2 was one of the best, like, 2K23 tag team matches we've seen. How will they fare in 2K24? I'm not sure, but they are living it up. The grandest stage. The best of luck to them, because they are about to go up against two of the greatest of all time. Not of. Let's just cut out and say it. The greatest of all time. In the tag team division. I don't know how long it's going to be before we get another team like Marin. Another team like Panette. Another team like our year-long tag team champions, the Racket of Solm. At this point, it's gotta put a smile on your face. In the run back for Inferno, where you guys can choose a match that gets run back. As I was going through all the Infernos this year, Racket of Solm, they're incredible. They have a laundry list of teams that they've fought this year, and boy, are they still tag team champions. The one that I often forget about is where they had a championship contenders match, where if they won, they could pick their opponents, and they picked the two dorkiest opponents of all time, but they beat in that match Twin Magic. They beat in that match Cake by the Ocean, and they beat in that match some other third team. And it's just crazy, and I watched that match back and I was like, oh my gosh, hold on. That's crazy. Their match at AV Mania 3 became a classic. Their tag team match versus the Blades of the Ages might have been the best, no, I take it back. Was the best tag team match in AV Mania history. And it very well could have been match of the night at AV Mania. Let's be real. They did the same thing at Brawloween, and heck, fought twice in one night at the Fight Before Christmas. It is the grandest stage. It is the Racket of Solm. And here we go. Look, I'll be real with you, I could talk this entire match, the whole match, about the Racket of Solm. I could. I honestly and sincerely could. There's so much to talk about, so many rivalries between their Inaba investigation team, between their Blades of the Ages, between their rock artists, between their Wattpad, between their short stint with LA Knight and Paimon, between their build-up match that they had but put off for a while against the Nightmare Before Christmas, ended up paying them off to win the match. They've done it all this year. They've done so much this year. In fact, I think that third team in that Fatal 4-Way match might have been Norphelia. I'd have to go back and double check myself, but it might have been Norphelia. Which is shocking because they've beaten literally every big name that the tag team division has to offer. And that's the thing about the ladies tag team division, is that they have so much to offer. We almost saw Racket of Solm versus Hina and Chie before Susie started to tear them apart, before Onyx started to tear everything apart, before Sakura ended up pushing Hina down, and we had that Fatal 5-Way match. That match still might have to get run at some point, but I'll tell you what. Racket of Solm on top. Let's flip and talk about our OC champions as this match rolls on. Right now, Magdalena trying to come back against a very dominant Marin. Magdalena and Pearl won their #1 contenders match and fought Anarchy. As we said, worked together as a team, not only in that #1 contenders match, Work together as a true team. Hold on, what do we have going on here? Oh, nasty knee to the chest. And then a kick by Marin on the outside into a suplex. And that's why they're the best in the division. We talked about tandem tag team offense. We gotta talk about Racket and Solm. And as I was saying, they know how to work together as a team. Right now we're seeing no tags from Magdalena. Roll through, whipping the hair back. Standing on the hair with the heels. Did you see that? Yeah, not just on the heels, on nearly scalping Panette with that one. And now Pearl tagged in. Pearl, who's a quicker fighter. But hey, maybe we spoke a second too soon because now they're starting to work together. They might be going after quick tags to take out the brawler of the Racket of Solm. She's got Fist of Fury, she's got a Wyvern Sleeper, and she's got a move that can concuss you. Used to call it the Graveyard Shift, but after knocking Arrow out in a tag team championship match with Eve, started calling it the Concussion Claws. And that's when Racket and Solm were really, really embracing their heelish ways. But as time progressed, they were like, all right, they just keep putting on bangers. We can't really hate them. And this is where we are, nearly 1 year later. As Panette goes after, Pearl sending Pearl flying. Racket and Solm making a tag. Marin now in. Magdalena gonna have to contend. Oh my gosh, Marin! Marin tried to dive at Magdalena, ended up going back first into the pole after changing direction in midair. Panette fires back with a punch. Magdalena got rocked. Marin, I don't know how she's still standing up after that, but a tag's been made. What do they got going on here? Going for, looks like a powerbomb elbow drop combination. Panette saying, you wanted to make a hot tag? That's not going to work for me, brother. Stands right in the way. But now we're seeing Panette getting dismantled by Magdalena. Going for went for a knee right to the jaw, but instead got turned around. I think she was thinking about that concussion clause, and instead Magdalena turns her around, and instead Panette reverses right back. Hold on a minute. These two cooking a little bit reversal by Magdalena and an elbow right to the jaw of Panette. Lifted up. Magdalena still saying, hey, I might be worse for wear right now, but this match is far from over. Needs to make the tag to Pearl. Doesn't yet. Oh, what is going on here? Kick right there. Interesting. Oh, and then clotheslined into the corner. If you don't take Panette down, she will charge at you. And it's something, I just want to point out. We know that Panette spear can come out of nowhere. What are these two doing at this point? Oh, hold on a minute. Met in the middle. Oh my gosh, crushing the skull nearly of Panette. That's one. Marin saw that, said, I gotta get in there. That hurt me. Double super kick from both corners. And maybe we're starting to see that tag team work. And this is what I want to point out. Pearl is completely fresh. Nothing done to Pearl in this fight, essentially. And maybe that's what they're trying to accomplish. But I want to point out, the same thing's going on with Marin. Barely any damage to her. And that's really what you don't want. If you let Marin get the heat of the moment, a rush of steam going through her, you're gonna get hit with coolest kick after coolest kick after coolest kick in every town. Maybe the coolest kick in the world at this point. Up and over into a DDT. Marin with the magic, saying the two freshest competitors going toe-to-toe. Jessica getting out of the way of all of the maneuvers, all of the motions. Oh, but Pearl gets the foot up. The OC champions giving us a show. We saw the OC tag champions for the men not able to take out Team WAAAAAAAA. Will Grandest stage somehow be able to take out Racket of Solm with moves like that? Pearl might be able to do it. Stomp to the back of Marin. Lifted back up, reversal by Marin. Headbutt to the head. Right to the noggin of Pearl. And a neck breaker. Oh, hold on, but a cheeky roll-up. And not even for one. Jessica took a little too long to get there. Toss to the corner. What is Pearl thinking? Big chop. And a nasty kick. Pearl kind of nasty in here too, I'm gonna be real with you. As the reversal's made, but off the ropes. Oh my gosh, I thought she was gonna miss that drop kick, but at the end, delayed drop kick right to the jaw, and still a kick out before one. Marin responds right back saying, you got the same smoke? One count said, I'm just a hair better than you in this regard. Marin into the corner. Pearl, I want to say Pearl is one move away from getting a finisher. And that move just connected. Is Pearl going to... Ooh! Rushing neck breaker. Marin realizing, hold on, these two got a little fight. They got a little something, something. A little bit of reversal by Marin. And big kicks by Marin. Oh my gosh, that paintbrush kick to the jaw. Magdalena said it let me in there. But instead, SOS, please, someone help me. Realized Pearl was too close to the ropes. And ladies and gentlemen, oh my gosh, try to hit another kick. Into the corner, boom. Double leg kick. Oh, but a Hurricane Rana. Pearl still conscious in this fight. Oh, I'll be real. These four might be putting on Match of the Night right now. Between all the reversals from Magdalena back to back with Panette, we got ourselves a decent exchange of styles between these four competitors as Marin's up to the skies. Deep arm drag. Oh, with a nasty fall. One. Okay. Still just one. I'll be real, I guess they haven't done that much damage to Marin. In fact, if Pearl were in there, Pearl would also probably still be down for just one. They're gonna have to do a lot more work to Marin to put her away. But that work is starting to actually be done. Magdalena focusing in on the less injured parts of Marin, the head, and bringing it down to the same variant of damage as the torso. And now look at that, Magdalena tossed into the corner. And a kick right to the leg. Kneecap aching. As bam, right to the back of the neck. Marin going, watching, saying, hey, Panette. Let's start to close things out. Lift it right back up, and look at this. Oh my gosh, suplex into the pinfall. Look at the bridge. One, not even a one. Panette was ready for that. We don't see that from Panette for real. And this is not what they wanted. Panette with two finishers. Magdalena with her back turned. And now, Wyvern Sleeper locked in. Magdalena gonna have to... No. No shot. Princess doesn't burn resiliency. Magdalena saying we might be new champions, but don't count us out. Reversal. Oh, but a shot to the back. Marin still saying, you want the smoke, you're gonna get it. Reversal there by Magdalena. And a power bomb. As Panette's down for one. Panette does not have resiliency right now. Still able to kick out. Count of two. OC Tag Team Champions taking it to the champs. In the AWE. And there's that gut wrench power bomb. And we know Panette, she ain't done yet. Saying second verse the same as the first. Tag's been made. Magdalena looks like she's trying to make that tag. Dire Straits makes it happen. Marin in. Oh, Marin in, but whiffs the coolest kick in town, but connects on the way back. Magdalena just got outside of the ring, has to rush back in to help out Pearl. And Marin, I think, thinking, hey, it didn't work last time. How about we try something else? Oh my gosh, did you see how the speed in which the back of the neck connected with that turnbuckle pad as a, oh, Decapitating leg drop onto the ropes, onto the apron, and the pinfall is there. That honestly could be it. Crushing the trachea, resiliency burned on Pearl. That is the first bit of resiliency in this fight. The OC Tag Team Champions, they mean business, but ladies and gentlemen, she's up, sing along, siren song, put the stank on it this time. Ladies and gents, 1, 2, and that's no shot. The move that secured them 365 days. Did not put away Pearl Saint. Oh my gosh. We all thought this was over. Magdalena couldn't come in to help. I'll tell you what, it might be over in a second. Oh, but Magdalena actually makes a tag. She's in this thing. And gets a reversal on Panette. Firing back, there's a big flurry kick right to the face. Magdalena trying to go to the skies. Is gonna have to do some work to stop Panette from, oh no, doesn't, just lets it happen. Marin in there, oh, and gets caught with a clothesline right to the neck. And what do we got here? Marin into the corner. Could they be thinking about that double super kick again? Don't even get a chance. As Marin dragging Magdalena to the corner. And big flip. Oh, not done yet. What is this? Off the ropes. Goodness gracious. Flying crossbody by Marin. My gosh. Into the corner again. Wrench in the arm. Magdalena on the verge of being stunned. Saves herself. Hey, the OC Tag Team Champions here. They mean business. Magdalena Mace means business. And a tag made to Pearl. Tag made to Panette. Here's the thing. If that Wyvern Sleeper connects, it could be, it's just over. It's probably just over at this point. That being said, Magdalena did not tap out to it. Magdalena refused. So the princess does not quit for her people, as it looks like they may, oh no, not again. Panette begging, but they still connect with it. Oh my gosh. Marin very quickly saying, no, that's not gonna fly with me. Panette stands right back up. Magdalena, oh, back elbow to the throat. Pearl tagged in. Panette up to one knee. Reversal by Pearl though. Panette in the corner. Big chop. Oh, and that might not be what you want to see, because tagged in again. They're looking to sing again. Up and over, Siren's song. Now I'll be real, Magdalena's just gonna come in here, help, and break it up. Takes out the referee. Also takes out the referee. Marin riled up saying that we don't need a ref right now. Goes flying and gets all of it this time. The audience going wild. Chat likely going wild. Up and over, DDT on the outside. Doesn't have to worry about a count. Jessica still down. Seeing stars on the outside of the ring. SOS! Marin is fired up. Big splash. At this point, Magdalena can't come and help. They know that. And goes for the coolest kick. Reverses. And on the outside, coolest kick in town. Marin unleashed everything on Pearl on the outside. Misses a headbutt. Oh, but we're at a count of 3. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Pearl also with a submission hold. This time Marin on the outside. But a couple kicks, a couple knees actually, right to the skull. We're at a count of 5. Pearl tossed in by Marin. Marin has to realize at this point that this could be the end of the match if she's able to hit that coolest kick in town. Doesn't think about it, instead saying, I'm gonna finish this with my partner. No, doesn't say that actually. What is she doing here? Went for a bulldog out of the corner, not something we see from her. I don't know if I've ever seen her do that actually. And Pearl able to take advantage, gets a kick of her own to the head of Marin. Marin starting to feel the effects of this matchup too, as the tag has not been made. Still, Pearl going after Marin, and that might have been her downfall, because Marin going after her partner saying, you're not gonna make that tag. For real though, as she was thinking about a kick there, didn't work out in her favor. Marin in the corner. Also doesn't go for the tag, and a reversal by Pearl. Y'all, they're cooking. Y'all, they're kind of going wild. Oh, but she's not going wild anymore. Pearl's going down with the coolest kick in town, connecting for 1, 2. Magdalena couldn't come and help, and that's all she wrote. Next week, they celebrate 366 days. But tonight, they celebrate again being on top of the division. But I'll tell you what. Magdalena, Pearl, they proved that they're going to be ones to watch in the OC tag division. Major congratulations to the Racket of Solm as we get ready for our main event. As the stars, no, the stars don't go black. They just come back. They just put on casual bangers. Racket of Solm, like, I told them to go out there. I was like, you guys have fun. Don't go too hard. And then all of a sudden they're like, we only have 2 settings, hard and match of the year candidate. And boy, do they show it. Last but not least, it is our fatal 4-way match. It is our Fight Forever champion, Pimp Kazuichi, the best of friends, Cassius, Bright, and Kaito, and the very sickening, the very sickening OC champion, Splendid. Are you ready? Who will come out on top of this one? Who will walk out on top of the division? Let's find out in our main event as the stars go. Black. And out first, the despicable, the disgusting Splendid, wearing the hat of the deceased Shuichi, written on top, resting in hell.
From New York, weighing in at 209 pounds, the prestigious Dragon Champion, Reece Vaughn.
So, what I have to talk about, 2 things. First of all, Splendid did, you have to give him his respect, win 3 matches in 1 night. One of them being an Elimination Chamber, the other 2 being a #1 contenders match and the championship match to become champion. So, at the very least, you have to give him some respect where respect is due. That being said, he is an evil, dirty son of a gun. Very recently, we got some footage from our security cameras. Splendid was attacked backstage, and there is an investigation going on by what appears to be Shuichi in our catering area, but Shuichi is dead, so it must have been someone disguised as him. Hopefully we had the footage going on the screen just now, otherwise we'll play it at some other point. We have the team looking into that. I have my suspicions, but we don't want to just call people out and name any undead fiends, but you know, it is what it is. Here he comes. This is the man, as I take a sip of this, who got most eliminations tied last year at the Rumble. did not win at the AV Mania 3, but I don't even want to say a key factor, was the factor in Kaito coming from the other side, from the darkness back to the light. Cassius has stopped backstage attacks. Cassius has given people opportunities when they don't quite deserve them. Cassius just wants to do right by the world. And that's exactly what he's doing. And he's doing it at the top of the mountain as the AWE All-Star Champion. Rousing applause for Cassius Bright. Cassius, a breakout superstar nominee, and you know what? Look at him. Deservedly so. Cassius was I don't want to say a nobody, but I don't think it ever competed in the AWE before last year's Rumble. Since then, kind of went on a tangent of saying, will I, won't I? Fought Sayakiller in the pre-show at the Ticket to Paradise, and then went on at AV Mania, didn't win the title, but earned himself a shot at the All-Star Championship, and that's what he's holding right now, able to retain it against Yosuke and Ito, the triple threat. This man, however, has had quite the year as well.
And representing the family from New York, weighing in at 237 pounds, the Action Wrestling Extreme Champion,
Kaito was in a dark, I'm sorry, not in a dark, was venturing already down a dark path. After the shenanigans of not last year, but honestly the year before, with the Void incident, with the Converged incident, people did not check up on him. People did not care when he was gone, and when he made his return and attacked the King Ryoma, when he had won the AWE Championship. Not even Ryoma had checked on him, not Pimp Kazuichi. And that drove him to the other side. Drove him to his heelish tendencies, but Cassius Bright helped him come back to the light, and now he is still your AWE champion, the only person to ever retain that championship in a 8-person ladder match at AV Mania, Kaito Momota. However, also winning the championship in a ladder match, Pimp Kazuichi. Yes, boy. Pimp Kazuichi is Fight Forever champion. He won it in record time after his opponents were too busy just knuckling up on the outside. Pimp Kazuichi walked up and he was like, well, yeah, I'll be a champion. Took it. And a lot of people saying has a lot to prove as a champion right now. This is his first title in the AWE, I believe. Let's see what he's able to make of it. If he wins tonight, that's a big deal. I will say Pimp Kazuichi also a key player in that rivalry between Ryoma and Kaito. That rivalry which did see a honestly 5-star match go down at the fight before Christmas. A lot of just ring psychology in that fight. A lot of times we just see great moves, great action, but there was real ring psychology in Kaito versus Ryoma, which could be your match of the year. Who knows? Splendid. Disgusting, vile human being. Cassius, literally the opposite of Splendid. Kaito, reformed, and mans is pimpin'. Fatal 4-way, and this thing starts right now. Clyde calling this match. Very quickly, Splendid going after Kaito, saying, you should have stayed heel, you should have stayed a villain. What good is it being a good guy in the AWE? Oh my gosh, even okay, no, hold on. Splendid even chopping Clyde in this fight? Yeah, y'all get him. Everybody get him. Everybody wants this piece of Splendid at this point. Cassius takes down Splendid after Kaito essentially passes him on. Pull back attack, but a reversal by Splendid. Cassius Bright dueling it out with the OC champion. All-Star champion gets kicked right in the face. There's a apple in the ring. And a sledgehammer, goodness gracious. And while I will say, the three of these men have between them either respect or friendship. And that would be Pimp, Kazuichi, Kaito, and oh my gosh, and Cassius Bright. They aren't gonna go easy on each other. They do want to say, hey, I'm the top of the division. For a long time, it's just assumed that it's the AWE champion here in the AWE, but that might not be the case as Cassius goes after Kaito. And Splendid trying to wear everyone down. DDT by Cassius on the Splendid. And look at this. Oh my gosh! Kaito throwing an apple into the face of Splendid right afterwards of Splendid. Tossing Kaito rather into Clyde, and now, oh my gosh, the back of his neck. The back of his neck and his back onto the ladder. Splendid with a targeted attack, and now we're seeing the two friends go toe-to-toe reversal by Cassius Bright. The Pimp now has, oh my gosh, Cassius just missing. Maybe these two know each other too well in the ring as a neck breaker connects. And Splendid with a DDT on the outside. Once again, you gotta watch Splendid. You gotta watch him because he's greasy, he's grimy, but look at that! Kazuichi tried to separate the thigh, trying to like separate ligaments of Splendid with that move, catching his foot on the apron, but it looks like Splendid narrowly survives injury. Oh my gosh. Looked nasty. Groin might have been injured at that point. But on the inside of the ring, drop kick. Cassius stands still tall. And a suplex on the outside by Splendid. Drop kick by Cassius. We're seeing an old 1v1 Cassius Bright versus Kaito Momota. Right now, it's looking like Cassius has the advantage. Pulls through. As Kazuichi's literally stomping away on Splendid. Members of our live chat probably cheering. Get that goon. But a reversal by Kaito as he climbs up, punches Cassius right in the jaw. This is what Splendid wanted, admittedly. He's saying, hey, I know those two. If they go after each other and they don't target me, I got this. But now getting targeted by the Pimp, that's several sledgehammer shots to the chest and midsection of Splendid. I don't know if Splendid's breathing anymore, admittedly. He's starting to fight back now. Moves may have slowed down a little bit as a super kick connects on the Pimp. But he seems completely unfazed on the top rope. Moon landing connects on the Cassius Bright. Cassius doesn't have resiliency built up, but it's still just a 2. Splendid, sure doing something. Kaito getting the steel steps. Oh, you thought he was going for Cassius Bright, and I was like, that's not the right thing to do, Kaito, but instead goes back first to Splendid, and the world says, nah, never mind. Kaito's in the right. Absolutely deserved. Splendid lays there motionless. His biggest nightmare. All three of them don't like him. And now you're starting to see Splendid trying to separate the three of them, saying, hey, I needed you guys to fight each other and not all of you to fight me. Cassius on the other side just saying, no, 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 you shouldn't have done that. But Pimp, Kazuichi gets caught with a DDT. Oh my gosh. And Kaito drop-kicking Splendid's face into the steel steps. Cassius throws an elbow up at Kaito Momota. Splendid trying to wreck the Pimp. Going after Kaito too, as Cassius hits a Hurricane Rana over on the Pimp. Momota tossed in by Splendid. Splendid realizing this might be a grand opportunity to weaken Cassius's best friend, to weaken Kaito Momota, to weaken the AWE champion, and to do that, he's locked in that dragon sleep. No, it's just a regular sleeper hold. Locked in deep on Kaito. He might have to burn resiliency. No, the champion is just too strong. Splendid knows he's gotta let it go. And begs for Kaito to get right back up. Oh, and locks in another submission. This one has won him championships in the past. Kaito, no shot, still doesn't burn resiliency. As Splendid says, oh, it doesn't matter, I'll just do it again. And locks it in even deeper this time, arching the back of Kaito, and he has to burn resiliency this time. What a sequence by Splendid. It took everything out of him, but he even stopped Cassius from locking in that submission on Kaito. I think Splendid is saying, yeah, no, I did all the work, that guy's mine. Goes after Cassius Bright. Big elbow to the jaw. Cassius has been taking a lot of damage. Splendid knows this is completely legal in this fight. Gets the legs on the rope. Cassius still kicks out. No resiliency burned. Cassius, did you see the look on his face saying, really? You're gonna do it like that? Oh, and Splendid saying, I can't beat him with my bare hands. Tries to maim him with a light stick and does. But Cassius too strong on the outside. Pimp getting taken down. Oh my gosh, head first onto the barbed wire baseball bat. And now Splendid trying to take out Cassius Bright. Kaito rolling right in there quickly saying, no, no. Not to my friend. Puts Splendid in the corner. Lifts him to the high heavens and says, I saved this for special occasions like Ryoma. This time you're going to the other side. Oh, and here's the thing. Kaito's so tired, so hurt at this juncture in this match, Splendid has to burn resiliency too. My gosh, Splendid wisely rolls outside of the ring. This has been one heck of a fight so far. I'll turn around. Hold on. The other side connects on Cassius Bright. Is Cassius also gonna burn resiliency? That's one. That's two. Cassius does as well. Pimp Kazuichi, the only person left without resiliency, the Fight Forever champion, the only one left without resiliency, as Kaito looks to eliminate Cassius in this fight. I know backstage they said, hey, no matter what, we gotta just go. And is Kaito gonna have to tap to the bracer hold? The bracer lock sends the AWE champion to the back. Kaito is down. It took 3 submissions from Splendid and 1 more from the Cassius Bright. I'll be real, it probably only would have taken 1 from Cassius Bright because that man is that guy. Splendid's just a weakling and a fool. But now Splendid, oh, tried to throw that at Cassius. Didn't work out, and I want to tell you right now, look at Pimp Kazuichi. He's got 2 pimp hands on lock with 2 competitors left, both of which have no resiliency. Oh, weaved out of the way, pulls it like a Cassius, throws him back first onto the apron, and says, yes, boy. Fight Forever champion looking to fight, well, forever, as they say. Kazuichi catches the arm. Kaito, oh. Splendid with a low blow. Splendid with a low blow on Cassius. The family jewels. The things that help build Estelle Bright. Didn't help build Cassius Bright because, I'm sorry, not Cassius. Didn't help build Joshua Bright because, you know, not actually, you know, blood related, but like, he can't have no more kids. As he sends Kazuichi stops himself on the post because that could have been curtains. That could have been lights out as he goes head first into that post. But look at, what has he got in his hand? I actually don't know. What is in his hand? Is that a water bottle? Where did he get a water bottle from? Is that even in this game? How did he do that? Where did he get a water bottle? Am I tripping? What else could it have been? I really don't know. I have no idea as Cassius goes after Splendid goes diving. Yo, am I going crazy? What did he have in his hand? It looked like a water bottle. Drop kick. Tossed in. That does remind me of old WWE games where you could actually pull weapons from the audience. I think you could get a water bottle from the audience. Very cool. That's something I'd like to see brought back. But this game is already, a little bit of a a little bit of a train wreck. So, one step at a time. One step at a time, boys and girls, and those who don't prescribe to either of the genders. Oh my gosh! Threw it at Kazuichi so hard that it broke on his face. Splendid realizing outside of the ring is where I have the best chance. Up and over the back of Kazuichi's neck going into that ladder, and Cassius trying to decapitate. Splendid on the outside, both of his competitors standing tall. And look at this sleeper hold on the outside. Look at, I'll be real. Cassius was able to get out of that. Even if Splendid did that in the ring, Cassius would have gotten out of it. Hit both of them with one big hit. This time, Kazuichi firing back. They have to get the falls in the ring. Right now, nobody's interested in getting in there. Maybe I spoke a second too soon because Kazuichi thought for a second, for just a moment, that he got Cassius in there. Bright, however, rolls through, and it's a super kick right to the jaw. And a DDT onto the shattered guitar pieces. A stomp to the shoulder blade. Splendid hurting and hurting bad. But able to reverse Cassius. Kazuichi saying, if I can't throw you guys in here, maybe if I get in here, you'll come and follow me. Oh, that's not the case. Looking for a power bomb. Oh no, not a apron power bomb. And then whacks him into the apron as well. Cassius Bright, I think, starting to think, at the very least, maybe we should get into the ring. Splendid saying, maybe it's just better if I go after this man, but gets caught with a pimp slap. And honestly, into the pinfall, that could be it for Splendid. 1, 2, he got slapped into next week. It is now Cassius Bright versus Pimp Kazuichi, one-on-one. Bracer might be thinking about that bracer lock. Kazuichi with a block. OC champion down. Is it going to be Fight Forever champion to come out on top of this one? Pimp Kazuichi looking to take down the Divine Blade with that shot with the barbed wire baseball bat to the back of the neck. It might be all she wrote. Reversal. Oh, ducked the pimp slap as well. Tried to get onto the ropes. Got hit with a belly to back. Spinning around and round. Where he goes up, and a slap to the back of the neck, ladies and gentlemen. Kazuichi's wasting too much time. Gets right back in. I think he realized, hey, actually this could be all that she wrote. As a leg drop. Gets all of it. And maybe thinking it's time to end this thing. Stomps to the arm, making sure it's going to be hard to get that shoulder up. He's calling for the pimp slap. If this connects, it's curtains. Fight Forever champion stands tall tonight. Never even burned resiliency.
Here is your winner, the player.
It might be the year of Kazuichi Soda. It might be the year of the ultimate pimp. Pinning both Splendid and Cassius, but I do want to point out Cassius Bright pinned Kaito Momota. Between those two, they've had a lot of back and forths. They truly and sincerely did. Very nice. But Splendid admittedly got no pins, but did weaken Kaito relentlessly went sleeper hold after Dragon Slayer after Dragon Sleeper, back to back to back. Nasty with it. Admittedly very nasty with it. Still hate his guts, but respectable in the ring. Kazuichi, though, shocked the world. Fight Forever champion, usually the underdog. He is the one who stood out on top. That pimp slap, a danger to society. That was our show. And what a show it was. Queen, AWE champion, standing tall against the field. Wario and Waluigi shock victory against Golf and Delta, a part of the G.O.D, a part of the Bullet Club. Naomi, honestly, Naomi and Sayakiller shock victory because Mew could have come in to help. But Onyx, pinned by Sayakiller, Mew was like, I've been beaten enough. You beat Onyx, not me. Honestly, this might have been match of the night, or this one, because these two kind of just cooked. These two, however, even though Magdalena and Pearl lost, boy did they prove themselves in that match against Racket and Solm. Racket and Solm still on top, always on top, but boy were they close. Were they close to being on top. And at the tail end of this, Kaito, first person out after Splendid, I'll be real, viciously targeted him with submission after submission after submission, and then Cassius locked in one more submission to end things off, looking to, I think Splendid trying to look to splinter the relationship between the two of them. Did it work? Who knows? And the end of it, it was Kazuichi who picked up the victory, and that was our show. Let's look at our news, because Wario actually is fine. Now that I'm looking at it, only one thing happened, and Pearl sustained an injury, but she should be fine before Revolution time this July. So get ready for it, get excited. That is our show once again. Bring it back to me with a little stars going. Black. This was the last Rebellion of 2024. This was a show of shows. I am so glad to have been able to bring you Rebellion for the first time, actually, this year. You have to remember, Rebellion ain't that old. Rebellion started, I think, in August. And we've had some fun Rebellions. We've had some, like, some real hot matches at Rebellions. We've had some storylines grow at Rebellion, and tonight was just another fantastic night. The first of our traditional Rebellions that'll cap off the end of the year. OCs versus Fight Forevers versus All-Stars versus AWEs, Fatal 4-Way matches, Tag Team Championship matches, so everybody at this point knows when we get back to the end of the year, you're gonna have to make it here as champion to face off in these matches and prove that you're at the top of your division. At this point in time, I guess it's Queen. I guess it's Team WA, as if we didn't know. It's Team WA. I'm sorry, it's Team Racket of Solm. And surprisingly enough, with a little bit of resurgence in his career, it is Pimp Kazuichi, who has kind of been an afterthought in the Kaito-Ryoma rivalry, stood center stage tonight, proving what he's got. Pimp slaps for all. Winning and proving that he is at the top. This was excellent. That's all that I can say. I guess last things before we count things off, because we almost have a 2-hour Rebellion, which I think will be the longest one of all time. We usually go for like an hour or an hour and a half for Rebellion, but here we are at 2 hours. But you know, this is a big one. Big old Rebellion. So, to close things off, remember, end of the year voting is live. Get all your votes in. Did any of the matches tonight change your mind? Who knows? You might even think, hey, that Racket of Solm versus Magdalena and Pearl Grandest stage match, oh, that one cooked. That one might be my match of the year. I don't think that's true. But I mean, like, it might be good to just go back to some of these other events and say, well, you know what? This match did cook. I forgot about it. Like, you know what is a strong contender that I often forget about? AV Mania women's ladder match was the best 8-person ladder match I've ever seen in 2K. It was especially the best 8-person ladder match I've seen in recent memory since they changed the things to go from like 8 pins to 5 pins of the little things. Regardless, I'm about to take off. Remember, once again, next Friday will be the 2-year anniversary of Inferno, so get excited for that. Next, Sunday will be the 1-year celebration for the Racket of Solm. Held those titles for a whole year. Kaito's actually getting close to it as well. He just has to last until Ticket to Paradise. And I think that's all she got. I think that's all we got. Until next time, I'm taking off a United States Aviator for Toonly, Dave, Bravo Dave, Anomalino Makaris. It's been an honor to run the AWE. I'll see you all with more of it in 2025. So until then, toodaloo, flight crew. As always, thank you for watching.
We're gonna bring